just the other day taught me to see things a whole new way. Said my problems were just opportunities, if I could only learn to change the way I see. So I counted up my assets just like it said to do. Here's what I found that I can offer you. I've got 30 things I can't sell, car in the driveway that's broke as hell, $75,000 in debt, college degree that ain't been paid off yet. One sterling silver necklace a friend gave to me, and 39 years experience living in poverty. Well, I scratched my head at the bits I found, but I didn't quit yet, the advice seemed sound. It told me to keep a tally and to take measure of all the things I found, my hidden treasure. So I counted up my assets just like it said to do. Here's a few more things I can offer you. I got a voice like an angel, you can order it to go. I can write you a song, poem, or book, you know. I can teach you to paint or to draw if you please. I can speak to a large group or small with great ease. I can offer a couch to the wealthy who seek a unique experience, living poor for $5,000 a week. Felt so much better as I wrote down this letter. All I need now is people who pay. A little money goes a very long way, and maybe this'll be a great story to tell. If only I can find someone who'll buy the things I can sell. Ooh, won't somebody please buy the things I can sell? Woke up with my head under pressure so high, hiding all night, hiding behind my tired eyes. Coffee's cold, the silence loud. I want my pain like the winter's shroud. Some days I feel like I can't fly. Other days I feel so fragile. Shadow today I felt like shine. So I choose someone who could fly. Every mirror cracked a little more. Every step heavier than before. I reached for light but found the gray. Just one of those paper soul days. Some days I feel like I can't fly. Other days I feel so fragile. Shadows and days I felt like shine. So I choose someone who could fly. But I picked up my pencil, scratched the page, gave wings to a figure outside the cage. A heroine born from all our life, drawn straight, I can't get back. Some days I feel like I can't fly. Other days I feel so fragile. Shadows and days I Maybe I break so I can bend. Maybe the cracks let the light in. I'm not always strong, but I am real. And that's the kind of power I feel. Some days I feel like I can't fly. The other days I feel so fragile. I'm shattered. Today's the day I shine. So I drew someone who'd fly. For a moment I could touch the sky. Lifted from these feelings I could fly. When life again comes out to drag me down, I reach for my pencil and turn it around.
That's right. We are writing and chatting. Let me get up the correct screen here. Woohoo! And it is time to start jumping in. I need to come back to y'all because I didn't pop out chat like I should have. Whoops. Now I have. Now I can see you guys and write. We can write at the same time. Can you believe it? We have crossed into territory of 31 chapters written. Yes, Ubi delivered drinks and food. Very important thing. It's a bleeping mixed up one for sure. Well, yes. I imagine it does get mixed up with how often you use it. So, last chapter, Delilah's perspective, is where we ended up going through. I'm going to vamp for a little bit because I'm eating lunch. So we find out that Delilah is not quite as innocent as she might seem. A little bit opportunistic, if you will. All right, chapter 30. Delilah and Seymour. Delilah did hate hurting Seymour. She truly did. But that didn't mean she wasn't going to do it. She'd missed the man. He was a sweetheart underneath all that guff and easy enough to manipulate into doing pretty much whatever her heart desired. But business was business, and show business was brutal. This job was an audition, she'd been told, for a much bigger role in the part of a lifetime. A part that could land her over $2.5 million. Love might be a mini-splendored thing, but it didn't compete with that kind of cash, in her estimation. More than enough money to pay off student debts, keep herself out of jail, and live like a queen. She'd been honest about that keeping out of jail thing. Con artistry was an ugly business, but it kept the bills paid and the lights on in between acting and singing gigs. She never liked hurting people, but she didn't like going hungry either. Unfortunately, con artistry had its fair share of risks, and getting caught meant the risk of going to jail. She'd been on her way to jail when DeVries intervened, like some dark knight in shining armor. He told her, when he'd showed up to post her bail, that he could make all her troubles go away if she'd agree to do one minor gig for him. She hadn't asked what that minor thing was. She'd been too focused on the idea of avoiding jail. Whatever you asked, she told him. When he told her that she was going to be used to distract Seymour, she'd been surprised, but hadn't minded too much. She'd wanted to reconnect with Seymour, and this gave her an excuse to do that. Now, here she was, the truth in the open, and Seymour knew at least part of it. But he didn't know, couldn't know, all of it. He would never understand, she was sure, how low she'd fallen in the process of trying to keep everything going. She was ashamed to admit it, even to herself, and that was the worst part. Seymour was quiet on the drive over to the parts store. She tried to take his hand, and he let her, but he wouldn't meet her eyes. It was like he was trying to guard himself from her. "Seymour, won't you talk to me?" she asked when the parts man took her vehicle into the garage for the repairs. He looked at her. "What do you want me to say?" "Tell me you forgive me. Tell me things are going to be okay between us," she pleaded. Seymour frowned for a moment, but held her gaze. Forgiveness and reconciliation aren't the same thing. You say you're sorry, but it's not a magic wand. It doesn't regrow the trust right away. She stiffened a bit, straightened her back, and pulled away. "You always did hold your silly little grudges. I told you I'm sorry. That should be enough, but I know it's not." Seymour shook his head. "I'm not holding a grudge. I just need more proof than a few words that you're sincere about changing. You hurt me once before. I'm not willing to swing that door wide open and let you hurt me like that again." She pouted. "You were sure willing to let me in the other night. You forget about all that?" Seymour rubbed his forehead with his hand. "It was a mistake, and I knew it even then." He sighed. "You're right, though. There's something about you, Delilah, that I just can't resist." She perked up at that, and a bright smile stretched across her face. "I knew you loved me. I knew it." She tried to step into his arms, but he stopped her. "I do, but I'm not sure it's more than a one-way street. That's the part that's bothering me." Delilah crossed her arms over her chest and allowed a tear to escape. "What do I have to do to prove it to you, Seymour?" He shook his head and looked away. "Tell me the truth, the whole truth, and don't leave anything out. If you can do that, I won't have any reason not to trust you." Her face fell. "Oh, I see. So you think I'm lying to you?" Seymour looked her over. "Don't try to con a con man, sweetheart. It won't work." Her eyes widened for a brief moment. She looked into his face. "You're not a con man, are you, Seymour?" He laughed, but the laugh was low and ugly, not at all mirthful. Only the very worst kind. The kind who cons even himself. She wasn't sure she understood what that meant. "You're playing with me, Seymour." He shook his head. "No, I'm reminding myself." At that point, the parts man returned to the area. "We'll have everything ready in about an hour if you want to go have some lunch." Seymour nodded. "Come on then. Time for lunch. My treat, of course." Delilah took his offered arm. "I don't know what to make of you. You sure are puzzled me." Seymour looked down at her as they stepped outside the doors. "Guess you'll have to stick around a little longer to unravel the mystery, eh?" She smiled and patted his arms. "I guess so." They took a seat after ordering their food, and Seymour lowered his voice. "Weren't you on your way to Nashville for one very important meeting? And tell me how you know DeVries." She opened her mouth and stopped when Seymour held up a single finger. "Before you say a word, just know this. I have connections that can help me verify every word you say. So before you tell me a lie or another half-truth, just think about that." She swallowed trying to gather her thoughts, her mind racing as she tried to figure out how to tell him as much of the truth as she could without losing out on that $2.5 million. Because as much as she loved him, she loved what money could do for her more. All right, that's where we left them. And you guys decided that for chapter 31, it was time to return to Mortus and the crew because they have a big decision to make. As far as the money goes, are they going to work with military intelligence or not? Because we can have a split vote here. Some of them could be okay with it. And hey, Malachi, good to see you. Some of them could not. Going on tour is a distinct possibility. It's up to y'all. Pardon me if you hear me munching and crunching in the background. Doobie brought me one of my favorite fried mushrooms and raspberry cider. So, a lunch of champions, assuredly. Got 2 votes for yes. Gonna give you another minute. Money does indeed talk when stomachs are empty and eviction notices pile up. And here's the thing. We remember at the start, Seymour has $12,000 in IRS debt. The ability to take that out with one act might be very tempting. All right, we got 3 votes for yes. It will make it 100% more interesting. Ooh, this is another question. Okay. So, apparently, Mortus's meeting with Mike, originally we had it taking place before Delilah and Seymour got back together. So, somewhere in here, the debrief, we may have jumped the shark in terms of, yeah, a week. See, this meeting with Mike happens a week after. So we may need to move this Delilah and Seymour exchange up in the timeline, just for continuity's sake, because we have apparently jumped timeline and gone back in time with Delilah and Seymour. So I'm going to do that right now so that it makes more sense. Timeline-wise. And that means Yeah, we've got our timelines all screwed up. All these chapters are kind of out of order. You know what? Would you like to fix the order now or wait until later? I'll give you that option. We can think around with editing a little bit. Mr. Chapter, it's moving day. I tend to agree with you. Yes, yes. It's often best to fix what you notice is broken now so you don't have to work around it later. Because a lot of story decisions come from the time frames. All right, so let's put these in order of what makes sense. Okay, these two chapters can, so these two chapters, the unanswered questions chapter, which is Tolston and Jacobs after the guys leave, and then Devery's in the dark. Those can go up, up, up. We're going up, up, up. This is our moment. Oh my gosh. If you guys recognize, I would be very surprised. Okay. Up before the debrief. Up before that chapter. Up before Sven's chapter. Up before Lauren's chapter. Man, we've done a lot. Okay. We can do it here. After the guys leave, they've got Hawkeye rescued. This gives us the indication that there's more to the story, which is good. We're going to relabel those chapters to match the order they're in now. Two. So where are we? 23. 24. 25. So the Delilah chapter should happen after they stream together. 26. 27. Forgot about Spin's perspective. I don't know how could you forget a chapter written from the perspective of the monkey? I love that we did that. Okay. 28. Okay, so now we know where we need to move Delilah's chapter. It'll be the new chapter 29. Hopping all over the place is a good way to confuse the reader. That's true. If you did want to confuse the reader, it's an excellent way to do so. Especially if you're jumping timelines all over the place. All right. That really means we've got a great big gap in this story between this, where we figure out that Delilah is not quite as innocent as she seems in the matter, and where she's got to make a choice whether she's going to try lying her way out of the problem, which I strongly suspect is a modus operandi she's got and not a good plan or strategy. Let's see, 28. Yeah, she's 29. That leaves the break. And then this is now chapter 30. And it leaves us in something of a mystery because there's a gap in between these of a week that we probably should fill in. But we don't have to. Yeah, you can have 3 points of view. That is okay. That is actually okay to have 3 points of view in a single chapter, as long as those points of view are clearly broken and segregated from one another, so the reader is clear about whose point of view you're looking at the story through. It's ideal to limit the head hopping, but it is okay to have 3. I would say more than that is overkill. That's lazy writing at that point. You're relying on head hopping to be able to pull the story through in one paragraph. Yeah, now that's crazy. One chapter, it's okay. One paragraph, that's bad writing. Actually, had a young writer I was working with. I do some editing on the side, developmental editing specifically, and he gave me his story and it was a good story overall, but when the action would start, he would be hopping through various perspectives all over the place, and I was like, yeah, let's not do that to the reader. All right, so now we've got this decision that they're going to make. Incorrect, Malachi. You have been writing this story with us since 31 weeks ago, basically. Is it really that long? It doesn't feel like it's that long, but it kind of, I guess it is. All right. You're getting Rickrolled night now? His song is on the radio. Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah, that can easily happen. Because you're never gonna, it's never gonna give you up. It's never gonna let you down. Am I terrible? Yes. Okay, we've got four of us in chat, correct? Let's play a little game. What? More monkey. All right. I am going to give you each a chance to be a character in this story. Well, hi, Wheelie Gal. Welcome to chat. Welcome to Together We Write. We are in the middle of writing a story. We have 4 characters, well, 5 if you count Sven the monkey. And each of you can choose one of the characters that you want to take ownership of today. So, who wants to be Mortus? First person to type in chat gets it. You'll play Sven? Okay, Cal. Good deal. Okay, Mortus. Malachi takes Mortus. Who wants to be Hawkeye? And who wants to be Lauren? All right, Wheelie. Now, because you're new here, I'm just going to frame it. Yep, Malachi's Mortus. We've got Seymour. We've got... So, Wheelie, Lauren is a guitarist. She's a vocalist, actually, for a rock guitar band. She's a little bit... The band's name is Toxic Chemical Smoothie. She's also a part of the streaming crew for Mortus. So, Mortus is a streamer. The Mad Musician is what he calls himself. And Lauren has been part of his stream community, I guess is what you'd say, for months now. The 4 characters have just gone on this massive adventure to recover Hawkeye, who's one of the main characters. And so they're all getting back together because Mortus has some news to break. So when you're playing Lauren, keep that in mind. Malachi is going to be Mortus. Cal will be Sven. Linda, do you want to take Lauren? And Ubi, do you want to take Seymour? Or do you want somebody else to take that? Yep, Lauren. No, we've got Lauren. Do you want to be Seymour or a Hawkeye, Linda? Hey, Jeff, you're just in time. Linda and you, we've got 2 characters that need being played if Ubi doesn't want to take part. We got Hawkeye and we've got Seymour and we have... So Lauren and Mortus are already taken. Yep. Jeff, do you want to play Seymour? Cool. Oh, Linda's taking Seymour. Okay, that's cool. And then I guess Jeff, you could be Lauren. No, we got... Sorry, I'm getting mixed up. We've got Wheeler, who's gonna be Lauren. Mortus is gonna be played by Malachi. Linda's got Seymour. Cal has the monkey Sven. Who are we missing? Oh, we need Hawkeye. So, Riffs, you want to be Hawkeye? You're eating lunch, or fixing rather than eating. Okay, so I'm going to start reading the chapter, and then you guys are going to decide what each person does. And that's how we're going to play out the rest of this. And we're going to see what kind of train wreck we can create. So, Mortus waited for Lauren, Seymour, and Hawkeye to join him in chat room. Now, Cal, what's Sven doing while Mortus is waiting? Because we have not included him or introduced him in this chapter, so now would be a good time for us to do that. Spin is quietly down. Oh, that's great. Are you sure Spin's a monkey and not a cat? Okay, so Hawkeye makes the appearance. They have a conversation. Now Lauren pops into chat. All right. Has Seymour arrived? Oh, that's right. Looking for a nut he buried earlier. That's good. Now, here we go. Seymour, make your entrance. What is Seymour doing, Linda? How does he enter and why was he late? Did Delilah keep him? Was he dealing with IRS drama? No, Seymour is coming on to the call with Mortus, Hawkeye, and Lauren. He might be alone. That's up for you to choose. I was just realizing kind of what you're asking. Is he in an environment by himself? And that's up for you to decide. He's anxious and curious about, is he nervous? Is he sweating? Okay. Who is the first person to comment about Seymour being late to the meeting? No, no worries. Yeah, absolutely. You can be the first person, Wheelie. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, unless I direct it toward a specific person, anyone's allowed to shout out and comment. So, okay, so what does Lauren say? What does Lauren say to Seymour? Good job. I like it. It's very Lauren. All right. So, I gotta remember. Linda, what does Seymour say in return? I know you're on your phone, so it may take a bit to type. Yeah, I wish chat had a mic option too. It would make life so much easier for everyone. Blah. All right, everybody, who speaks next? Okay, Malachi, you're up. What's Malachi gonna point out? I know what I would have him say, but Malachi, it's your choice. And Seymour says, or actually, I guess anybody could jump in and say something because, we haven't had Hawkeye or anything. No, no. You guys are allowed to. The writer brain is a beautiful thing, but you're right. It is a noisy chatterbox. Let's see. Did we assign Hawkeye? Yeah, Jeff, but he was fixing lunch, so he may not be too responsive. All right. Yeah. Seymour could say personal is personal. All right. So, Mortis, your turn. Now that Spin has effectively distracted. Yeah, I like it, Wheelie. Because Lauren, we'd be able to see it since it's behind Hawkeye, or behind Mortis, he wouldn't. All right, Mortis, your turn. And you guys do not have to get my sign off or approval on what you have your character say. This is your character. You get to tell it, you get to say it how you want it. Now, doing it this way, we are going to take a little bit longer because it does require people to actually think through things, make some decisions. So we may slow down in how many chapters we get through each week, but I think this will overall be more fun for you guys if you guys get to play the characters. Of course, it's your story, so let me know if you like that better. Well, that's an interesting poll. Got a split poll. Some people like it, some people don't. I tell you what, for those who don't, you guys don't have to. Don't have to participate. You can always opt out. I never want you guys to feel like it's forced. All right. We have 6 minutes left. Let's see how much we can get done in that time. It's okay. Autocorrect does what it does. All right. So, all right. Mortus, how do you break the news about the offer? Because that's the order of business. You might need a suggestion. Okay. Yes, this may sound strange. All right, so who's the first to respond to that? Murmur, murmur, murmur. Seymour. All right, Lauren, does Lauren have anything to say? Yeah, don't everyone talk all at once, you know. Ah, good question. Unless you want to put something else, Jeff. I know you're probably still eating lunch. Okay, so we've heard from everybody. Malachi, what is more to say in return? Yeah, nearly time. I agree, Cal. Which, truthfully, I'm surprised Seymour's first question wasn't how much. But he is developing more of a conscience as he goes along, so it's good that he's checking to see what kind of work first. Mm-hmm. Haha. True facts. Okay. Malachi. Yeah, I know, right? Yes. My microphone decided to take a dive for a moment. What's Lauren gonna do? Just finished lunch. You'll be prepared for writing and chatting the Thunderdome edition next week. No worries, no worries. I understand. It is something that I was trying this week just to see if it would work and be more fun for everybody. Ooh, yeah. Well, Hawkeye has an special reason to be. No, I like it. I like it, Wheelie. It's good. It's good to have somebody in the group who isn't quick to be on board because the reader themselves will be skeptical. It's like, is this worth it? So the person that's expressing, good job, me, expressing skepticism represents the reader, gives them a voice. Alrighty, y'all. This edition of Together We Write, it used to be called Writing and Chatting. The monkey should always be the skeptical one and the one who is secretly right. Yes, this is true, Ubi. This is true. But this edition of Together We Write is over because it is 3:08 p.m. So I have some things I need to get done. But yeah. Oh my. So guys, I want to thank you for joining me. Wheelie, I hope you're going to come back next week. We do this every week. Um, this particular version of what we don't this week, I added you guys adopting characters and getting to speak for them. And that part may seem a little awkward, but I think it'll be fun overall. Ooh, yeah, that's possible. You know, Lauren does have a past. There's a reason you get into rock and not like concert piano, right? She's got some trust issues. And maybe there's a lot of reasons for those that we haven't explored yet, and we'll get to work with you. Yes, happy Mother's Day to mothers in the chat, Linda and me. And I don't know about you, Wheelie. You might be. But I do hope everyone comes back next week. We're having a lot of fun with this. And if you enjoyed this, we'll keep it going. And if you hated it, well, we'll kill it eventually. But thanks, y'all, for joining me. I appreciate you.